Hey guys, so it's definitely been a while since my last video, and for the month of September, there hasn't been any major game releases that has caught my interest. To quench that thirst of boredom, I decided to look into a number of mobile games that I'll be sharing with you today. Hope you enjoy. First game on the list is called Bistro Heroes. Bistro Heroes is a cute and light RPG in which you run a bistro and manage a team of 4 heroes, who of which will set out on a mission to battle enemies and collect ingredients for your bistro. These ingredients are used to make mouth-watering dishes and ultimately money, which is used to upgrade your hero's stats. One thing I really enjoy about this light RPG is the strategizing that you need to do for missions. What do I mean by this? Each hero has their own unique skill, and you can only bring in 4 heroes at a time to each mission. Some have a high burst damage skill, whereas others may have an AoE or mob skill. There are also heroes that have defensive skills and others with crowd control skills. So depending on the mission and the type of enemies you'll encounter, you'll have to carefully select who you want on your team. Luckily for this game, whenever you upgrade stats like damage or health, the upgrade covers all your characters. Additionally, you can buy decorations for your bistro that add stat boosts to all your characters. Although the normal stat upgrades and decorations cover all the characters, you can use another currency known as crystals to upgrade each one individually to get increased damage, cooldown reductions, and other benefits. Crystals can be obtained from the daily dungeon. On the surface, Bistro Heroes may seem like a light gacha game, but it functions slightly different from the conventional gacha games. In this game, you can unlock all the characters for free as you progress through the game. What you use your special gems on is not the characters, but instead outfits. These outfits give your characters extra stats, and they look cool in game. If you're looking for a cute RPG to pick up every now and then I'd recommend this game. Next up, we have 2 recently made visual novels by Genius Studio Japan, My Princess Girlfriend and The Class of the Living Dead. All of Genius Studio Japan's visual novels play the same. You basically tap through the story and meet a variety of lovely waifus. Every now and then you'll be posed with a question or a prompt to answer given some choices. The answers you pick affect how the story progresses. That's pretty much it. You guys know how visual novels work. The strong points of these short visual novels would be the beautiful anime graphics, along with a decent overall story. The only thing I didn't like was that most of the cool answers to questions required money through microtransactions. Not cool, but I still found the stories enjoyable nonetheless. Jumping away from visual novels and back into gacha games, the next game on my list is a beautifully designed gacha game called Lord of Heroes. Made by Clover Games, which appears to have been a Korean origin, Lord of Heroes is a unique, fast-paced RPG that has you playing as a king that sets out on conquering other countries and allying with them to expand your empire. Despite the concept being relatively generic, the story of Lord of Heroes is actually quite decent if you care to actually read through all the dialogue. If you don't care for that, then the gameplay will definitely be enough to keep you interested. If you've played RPGs before, then Lord of Heroes' combat system will feel very familiar to you. With your assembled team, you plow through enemies and bosses turn-based style. In this case, each character has a stamina bar that depletes and refills with each turn. Every now and then, you'll get the opportunity to utilize your character's ultimate attacks, but this depletes a good chunk of your team's stamina, so you need to strategize and figure out which character's ult you should use at the appropriate time. Like any other RPG, you can use your golden resources to upgrade your hero's gear, level them up, and promote them when they're at the max level. Lord of Heroes has a fairly sizable roster of unique characters with their own strengths and weaknesses, and it's your job to assemble the best and most versatile team for any situation. Lord of Heroes is no stranger to the class system either. You have your high HP tanks known as Guardians, high damage and defense being Warriors, really high damage dealers known as Strikers, your long range DPS being Snipers, and your Clerics as the healers. I recommend having at least one Striker, Guardian, and Cleric at the very least. Lord of Heroes adds on another layer of strategy by giving each character an elemental attribute, similar to Pokemon types. The plethora of different character types and skills provides for a wide variety of playstyles and team compositions, which I appreciate. I would say the strong points of this game are its animation and character design. The battle animations flow effortlessly back to the beautifully vibrant characters that have me coming back every time I play this game. If you need a game that will eat up all your time, then Lord of Heroes is a 100% recommendation from me. The last game is a newer game that I haven't played too much, but it is called IDOLA Phantasy Star Saga. Published and developed by Sega, IDOLA Phantasy Star Saga is a mobile gacha game based off of the Phantasy Star Online 2 universe. Right off the bat, I immediately felt an influence from the Fate Grand Order series. The way this plays, as well as some of the interface looks and sounds just like the UI from Fate Grand Order. Ignoring the similarities for now, I'll mention some things that I liked about IDOLA Phantasy Star Saga. I thought the two-party system in which you fight with two parties of 4 was interesting and added another layer of strategy, although I honestly was able to get through most missions with the autoplay. Yes, I'm guilty of using that too. It's just very convenient honestly to have the gameplay itself for the easier missions. Besides that, nothing else really blew my socks off. IDOLA Phantasy Star Saga performs very well in every category, but I don't think it excels in any one alone. The OST is very good and soothing, the combat system is easy to understand, and the flashy skills are entertaining to watch, with the exception of the camera zooming in and out a lot. The UI is easy to navigate after you played for a bit. The character designs are beautifully animated, and the voice acting is great. One thing I did notice as a free-to-play player was that the game was very generous in gems and bonus items starting out, though you don't really need 5-star heroes and items to complete the story. Overall, it's a very solid gacha RPG, though I wish I had more attachment to the characters and story. Maybe it's because I'm not that familiar with the series and some of the character cutscenes were boring to watch. I can't say I 100% recommend this, however if you enjoyed Fate Grand Order, then you'll probably like this game too. That wraps up this video. I hope you guys found some enjoyment out of this video or found it informative. If you like this kind of format or prefer more focused videos, let me know in the comments. If there's a particular game you want me to dive more into or to play, then you can write that down in the comments too. The audio of this video was made with a new mic, so let me know how it sounds. If you stayed all the way to the end, then let me remind you to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. That'll make me very happy. Thanks again for watching, and as always, have a nice day.